The Constitution tells us exactly what to do when power goes too far, and the First Amendment is the literal blueprint. And honestly, it's the one we forget how to use. So I'm going to tell you what the amendment actually says, then I'm going to break it down in everyday language so that you can listen for the instructions that the people, flawed as they were, left for us in case the government they set up started going off the rails. Here's what the First Amendment actually says. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or the press, or the right for the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's 6 rights in one amendment, and none of them are passive. These were instructions written by people who had just fought a war to get out from under a king who controlled everything. Speech, press, religion, public gatherings, complaints, all of it was monitored and punished, so they flipped the script. They built a system where power flows up from the people, not down from the top. And the First Amendment, that was their blueprint for what we're supposed to do when the people in power start acting like kings again. So here's the breakdown in everyday language. Not only are these rights that every human is born with, but also Congress shall make no law that takes them away from you. Freedom of religion, you get to believe what you believe, no permission slip, no punishment, no state-approved version of God. Freedom of speech, say it loud, even when it rattles cages, especially then. They have no say over when you can speak up, where you can speak up, or how you can speak up. Freedom of the press, truth matters, even when it's messy, even when it makes the powerful squirm. The press gets to publish it anyway. Freedom to assemble. We can march, we can protest, we can flood the streets with our presence and make silence impossible. The right to petition the government. We don't get to hope they listen. We get to demand it, formally, publicly, relentlessly. These aren't luxuries. These aren't privileges. They're not reserved for people who stay in line. They're our emergency tools for when the government goes off the rails. So when you look at the First Amendment like this, not as a line on a page, but as a set of tools, you start to see a pattern. Believe, speak, publish, gather, demand. It's a ladder of civil action. It's the people's game plan for what to do when power goes too far. The First Amendment isn't passive, it's active. This isn't permission, it's responsibility. And right now, in 2025, when books are banned and protests are criminalized, and reporters are silenced, it feels like that moment is here. And no matter what is happening in the executive branch, no matter what bills get passed or what threats get made or who tries to rewrite the rules, this amendment still stands. This isn't going to be fixed in a day. This kind of pushback takes time. It takes stamina. The Montgomery Bus Boycott took over a year, and that was only one aspect of a whole civil rights movement. But if each of us picks up one thing, calls a rep, shows up at a meeting, writes, protests, organizes, if we stay informed, consistent, grounded, we don't just defend democracy, we practice it. And it starts here with the First Amendment. This is our instruction manual, and it's telling us we need to act.